The circle is round.
Oh, chat's not scrolling again.
Is it not scrolling again?
No.
Oh no.
Hello, chat.
Hello, chat.
I'm just going to
I
fix
need
it.
to write something down because I'll forget if I don't.
It's funny, write down what we're doing with that piece of wood.
Shut up. Keith, I'm telling you, since we gave you them get younger pills, you've been now but a bloody nuisance, I'm telling you. Oh, egomaniac apparently knows you've lost your blood.
Ego knows. Ego must be psychic.
Maybe he saw you sit on it.
Ego, there's a bit of a story about that, but I'll not talk about that just yet.
Don't talk about that just yet, Daz.
No.
Don't. That would be just wrong.
Yeah.
It would. On all sorts of levels.
Very much.
Wouldn't be
all
right.
sorts of levels.
No.
Yeah.
It would just be wrong.
And I never go around Darren's.
No, never go around Darren's. It's Dan
No.
Brewski. No shadow of a doubt. Gillis! Gillis Lane. Have you ever been to Gillis Lane in Horton?
No.
It's
Is that why he's called Gillis?
I assume.
Dave, can you go back to that shot of Graham and Daz for me?
You dirty beast. That is why.
Which camera's that one and that one? Ta-da!
Make
Oh.
me
All right, now I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I've got it worked out. You kind of kidder, I know. You know what that was? You've just been immortalised photographically.
Yes.
That's
For
what
the
it is.
Book of Face.
For what?
The Book of Face.
I thought you said bugger face there. I was going to
No.
say, there's no need to call cat names. Honestly.
I wouldn't dare. The last time I got slapped about the headline.
I'm just going to answer Fuzzy Ann's question without reading what it is. Because everybody in chat will know, yes, that's right, Fuzzy Ann. Yes, Pommy65, DD has legs. I've got the shorts on. Apparently it's spring,
Apparently.
Hi.
so I
It
felt
was
great.
quite warm in
Get
my
the legs
house
on,
today.
so I've got the legs on. I haven't waxed though. What?
I was debating about wearing my shorts, but no.
No.
Was that a debate
That's
by
a
yourself, or
frightening-
was there a lot of people in it?
No,
it
it's
wasn't
a
a mass
frightening
debate then.
sight, me in shorts.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a solo debate, not a mass one.
No.
That's all right.
That's one. Oh, dear.
Will do, Ian. Again, I'll not read out what you've said, just in case. But yes, we certainly will. Pop round earlier on.
Yeah.
We do too, Jill CB. We do too.
Dear studio, I'm getting... Right, Daz is getting the buzz. That'll be the fan. I would have
Feedback through the TV, if one could address this, please. Anybody else?
Cheers for me, Vic Daz.
Get the... What?
Yeah, there is a bit of a buzz.
I can hear a fan whirring away,
Yeah,
Can't
there is
be
a
honest.
fan wearing.
but I can't locate it.
And it's quite loud.
Tell you what it'll be. It'll be
That
that
laptop.
laptop, which is a PC.
Oh, yeah.
So, Daz, hide it out.
God.
Just chuck it out the window and pull it so I hate PCs with a vengeance.
Irritated me.
I could not believe that the IT bots in the EU cannot get video out onto Macs that would only manage it to PCs, and even then, only in 2 browsers. Unbelievable. Nothing.
Still plugged
God,
in.
that is so weird.
Ah, no, just unplug it. It's crap. Is that where it's coming from, is it?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Still got a cable in, Darren.
Oh, God.
Just unplug it, it's alright. Just a sound cable. Actually, it's not plugged into the other
This
one,
isn't
so
a
it's all right.
laptop, it's a bloody weight.
It's a doorstop.
Yes.
What a I mean, that's when it's shut and it's not dying now.
It's gonna blow.
Oh, I wish it would. HP, full of sauce.
That sounds better.
Is that better, Daz?
Should be nice and apple quiet.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Pete Dermody. I couldn't believe it. PC and Firefox. Honestly. It's just not funny. But we got it out. And we made it available to people that couldn't watch on Mac.
Like Disco does is comment.
It's not too hot for apples, Leanne
Reporting
Wallace.
DD to RSP.
What?
CPC. Disco does.
RSPC, PC, RSPC.
Yeah, he's reporting you.
Please yourself.
Yeah.
I have. Thank you very much, sir, for saying that. I have one word for Microsoft. I don't know how you spell it.
Oh,
The main swim is in Daz's mate lead. Oh, brilliant.
not again.
I don't know why. Well, you can't unplug anything.
No.
Sponge bits off the top.
Oh, that's all right. It's fine. We're just going to have to do. Right. What happens if you hold? What happens if you hold on to the wire?
Holding the wire.
Are you hearing a buzz, Chris?
I can hear it slightly, yes.
I can hear a buzz still, but not
Loud if I can.
a buzz. It's like is it the fan like over there or something?
No, there's no other fans running. Everything else is silent.
Can you not hear it?
No. Do you know why?
Why?
I've got my fingers in my ears. You just can't see.
Oh, right, okay.
You just can't see. I was going to go and read everybody's name out, but there's 95 of them and I haven't got time, and it would just sound like the votes in the Parliament. All in favour? No. Against?
It's time to bug up and bugger off.
Bugger and bugger off. All right, so it's all in favour? All against? Abstentions? Rejected.
SaveThe6.co.uk sponsors of the Haze Hour.
There we go. It is. It is Thursday night. It is definitely Thursday night.
Yes.
It is the 25th of April,
Yes.
and apparently spring has sprung. The grass is riz. We all know where the Boydies is. The Boydies on the wing. That's absurd. I always thought the wing was on the bird. Anyway, yes, the spring has sprung, the grass is riz, legs on, and it's the Haze Hour. And again, Graham's joined us this week, and he's brought some toys and a new toy. It's all going to be lush and get custy and all wonderful stuff. There's a new product, the RSST. I've got the Xtar VP1, which Alfie brought this afternoon.
You had Alfie.
I had Alfie between 14:32 and 15:32.
I had Scott.
You dirty beast. Did he enjoy it?
No, he didn't actually. He wasn't best amused when I opened the door and said, "With minutes to spare."
Oh, dearie me.
Quite horrible, wasn't he?
He was.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Were you there?
No.
I was going to say, I'm going to get worried if you were. Yes.
He wasn't far behind though.
I think we're going into the titles. Hello, good evening, and welcome to
The Haze Hour.
Right, yes, that might have been just a tad on the loud side, so I'm going to knock the intensity pro down a little bit, and there should be no more funny noises now. Is that better? He said, asking chat because we can see chat. And we're blaming Lee. We'll blame Lee.
Yeah,
we'll blame
it's
Lee.
Lee's fault.
Lee's fault, yes. We were just having a bit of a giggle. So yes, it's been an interesting week. You had a good week?
It's been alright, apart from the weather.
How was the MT3?
Good. I like it. I enjoyed it, yes.
Good. I like that. I'm pleased to hear that. That's excellent. Have you heard of an RSST?
I haven't.
Have you? I got one. I bought one. They're damned hard to find as well, I'm here to tell you. Everywhere that gets them seems to sell out super quick. So, less buzzing but the can't hear us. Oh my God. Turn it up a bit. Is that better? I don't know what's causing the buzz. I can't hear a buzz at all. No idea what's doing it. Right. Where was I? Yes, the RSST. I hunted all over the place to try and find what... Oh, buzzing's back. I can only go so far with this. Is that better? No buzz. But we're clear enough. Louder buzzing. Chat, help. Chris? I don't know. Buzz is quiet now, but still right. We'll keep it where it is. We'll keep it where it is. There's something happening somewhere, and I don't know what, but I'll get it sorted out for next week.
Yeah, I'll keep listening to the two streams and try and see where it gets louder, and I'll report back to you.
Okay, thanks, Chris. Yes, I've been hunting about, trying to get hold of an RSST, and I managed it. I had to go to Ireland to get it, the best A6.
Right.
And it got delivered. Took 4 or 5 days, because Ireland's a foreign country.
Yes.
Apparently. Did you know that? So Customs had a look at it. From Ireland.
From Ireland.
Customs had a look at it. I mean, anyway, I got it. And I thought, shall I be brave and wicked on the show? And then I thought, no.
Aye, pre-recorded.
Yeah, pre-recorded.
Yeah.
So I pre-recorded it. And I pre-recorded it very shortly after Alfie Ben. Anyway, here it is. Have a watch. Enjoy.
Well, here it is, the Smock RSST in bits. So let's see if we can pull this thing together. And it's very simple to do. This is the base, and all you need to do is to screw the centre post into the base. Either way up, both ends are the same. So we screw this outside part into there like that, and then the tank. Now, as you can see, the tank has a centre, I don't know what you would call it, a centre post that goes up the full height of the tank itself. It's plastic, so I would be very, very wary of cinnamon heavy mixers. But that then slides onto the base. Now, the base itself, as you will see, there is a little wee nylon nut in there. So where next? We put the cap on, the deck rather, and again that screws on to the centre post. Screw it down good and tight. Now, one of the things I want you to notice is that the wick hole here has insulation around it. It's insulated from the rest of the deck. Total insulation there, as you can see by that little black line. Now, what that means is that your wick is never going to touch a negative contact. So then the next bit goes in, and the next bit is the centre post with the contact, and the contact is sprung via this washer, so the wire is going to go there between the washer and the top of the screw. So let's put that in and just finger it to get the start. And in fact, you can actually get there totally on finger pressure, should you so desire, and you will note that it peeks out of the bottom, much as you would expect. So you can set that so it's only just, say, poking out. which this one is. And that pretty much is the assembly. So what about wicking it? Well, let's see if we can do this and see how quick it actually happens. How easy it is to do. I'll screw it in to my receptacle and everything's going to be done the wrong way around. So this is going to be quite interesting. We'll start by winding the coil, and I'm going to use this tool as a former because this tool, there is, if you can see, there's just space. So if I use this, because I know it's going to fit in there, this is 0.2 canthal, so I'm going to give myself 5 winds. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push it tight, keeping the whole thing as tight as I can so that the winds are fairly close together, and then completely the wrong way around, drop my former into the hole and fasten the negative contact off, for which I need a cross-headed screwdriver, which is actually, it's a good thing. Cross-headed screwdriver makes life an awful lot simpler because you're not looking for Allen keys or anything like that if you've got the job to do while you're out and about. And as it happens, I have my trusty screwdriver. If you needed to, you could do it with the tip of a knife, I suppose. But this is just a Gerber multi-tool I've got handy. If you remember a couple of weeks back, I did say people needed to have this kind of tool with them. That's it. So that's now connected. And I'm just going to snip the excess of that off because I know that's not going to need to change in any way, shape or form. So snip it off close. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this around and holding that all very steady, just slide it under between the washer and the nut, and then make absolutely certain that I've got that in place. Now that is my coil done. Alright, and you're probably saying, well, you haven't wound a mesh yet. I haven't, and there's a reason for that, because I want to wind the mesh to the coil. Let's turn that sideways and you might be able to see a little bit better. So I'm going to pull the mesh to the coil, but what I want to make sure of is that the coil sits in exactly the right place at all times. And what I'm going to do now is get my device of choice, which in this case is going to be my dingo, and I'm going to put the whole thing together, and then I'm going to start pulsing this. So connect it up, and start pulsing. And you should be able to see, especially if I hold it against the black, that there'll be glow. Okay. And that simply will coat the wire with a bit of a protection, if you like, a little bit of insulation. Alright, now, top view, as you can see, it's right in line with the hole down into the tank. And the glow is even right the way around. So now, I want to roll my mesh and I want to roll my mesh so that it fits perfectly inside that coil that I've wound without stretching or touching too tight. So I'm just going to start it away around the former, because the former is what I'm working to, and roll it. And this is quite a big wick that I'm forming here. I'm just tapering the ends slightly and then try it. And the fit needs to be just a fit, which that is. It just fits. Okay, so now we start the pulsing again. And again, I'll try and put it against the black so you should be able to see. And what I do is pulse, turn, and you can see that the coil glow is moving down the wire. Just keep turning it until everything's running and I've got an even glow right the way down. And there it is. That is an even glow. That wick is now ready to be used. And to prove the point, we'll trim everything off. Always leaving a little bit of spare just in case you need to do any on the road adjustments, as it were. Take that off level. One more check for even glowage. And that's as even as it's going to get. No shorts there. Now it's time for some juice. Now, as the RSST arrives, it comes with this little bung for the filler hole, which just fits in there. I've been running this for a few days without the little bung in. I don't think it's necessary, so let's take it out and let's just drop a little bit of juice onto the system. This is 60/40 PG to VG. Just drop a little bit of juice on the coil just to be sure, and you will see straight away that is producing like a gun. Another little drop on there. It smells gorgeous from here. Okay, and let's just whip it off and fill it up. And filling it could not be easier. That filling hole in the top deck takes lots and lots of nozzles. One squirts, and when you see it coming up, there you go. That's it, done. And that little bit of juice that's around the deck isn't a problem. And so, with the coil in place, it's all filled up. The top cap with what appears to be a 1.1mm hole in it. You should just be able to see it glinting away there. And as per usual, that slots on just in front of where the wick is, and then the supplied drip tip, and that's it, complete. Let's bung it back on to the dingo, and when we go back to the studio you will no doubt see how well this thing performs. But that's it, in brushed stainless, sitting on my dingo. That sounds awfully wrong. Quick drag. Lovely. Back to the studio.
As indeed we are, and you can see the results flitting about here.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, took 5.5 minutes on the timer there to put the whole thing together to the point where I could stick some juice in it. And if I hadn't been kind of fiddling about and doing it on the other side of everything and taking it slow so people could see, you can do it in 3 minutes. That little bit of insulation around the wick hole.
It looked like a lot of room as well for the wick.
Oh, it's huge.
And so obviously you're not having to wrap. You've got quite a lot of room on your coil.
Oh, loads.
Yeah,
loads
definitely.
Of room. Loads of room. I mean, 5 wraps on there. That's running at 2.5 ohms.
Yeah.
And it's doing the biz. I've stuck a different drip tip in it. What do you make of that? Am I? Okay, hang on. I'll try and sort that out. I'm just trying to get rid of this buzzing, you see. How's that? Better? I hope. Yes. There you go. Is that better? I'm hoping it's better. Yes. It looks as though eSigWizard's got the RSST back in. Get in.
Get in.
Good. Thank you. Sorry, I can't do much about the buzz at the minute. I'll try and sort something out if I can. Yes, what do you make of it, Grim?
It's really nice. You get a load of vapour off that. Loads. It's really,
rather,
really nice.
rather pleasant. And dead easy, yes. The hole in the deck, the wick hole in the deck is huge. And that's, I like it around about 2.5 ohms with a kick up its bum.
You know, to me, it's like, it's kind of like when you're taking a torque off it, but you don't feel it, but then all of a sudden, bam, it hits you. You know what I mean? It's amazing. That absolutely amazing.
28 quid delivered from Ireland.
That's brilliant. That. I'm gonna be going on the internet when I get home.
You can't knock it. I mean, they're very, very cheap. They're very, very cheap for what they are. And I mean, it actually, you know, it does kind of match the. I'll go to camera 3. I might as well. No, I'll go back to camera 2 and hold it there so you can see. I mean, that looks the biz.
Yeah.
On the
absolutely.
dingo.
I agree.
Sits so nicely on the dingo. It's really rather pleasant, and it's dead easy to put together, and it's cheap as chips. I mean, what's not to like? I've been wandering about the place with 2 sub 40 quid genocide for the last week, and it's kind of a toss up which one to pick up. You know, they're as good as shiny, not shiny.
I just make you a pipe with a T-piece in, so you just press both buttons at the same time. The best of both worlds.
Do you know something? Now that you've mentioned that, why not?
Yes, there's definitely a lot comes off that.
I think we might go to the adverts at that point. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Safer Sigs, sponsors of the Haze Hour.
iVapor and iVapor Elixir, based in Yorkshire, for your e-cig needs. That's ivapor.co.uk and ivapor-elixir.co.uk. iVapor and ivapor-elixir.co.uk, proud sponsors of vaportrails.tv.
Safer Sigs, sponsors of the Haze Hour.
And we are back in the room. Welcome back to the Haze Hour here on Thursday the 25th of April. Spring is sprung, grass is riz. I've got my legs out, there it is. All good stuff. Last time you were on, Graham, you did mention that you were going to be making stands and stuff. And I'm happy to report for everybody looking in, he's brought the black stand with him and the others. And I would, down there on the table, do you want to pick it up? We'll zoom in on it a little bit.
Yes.
And you can tell people how it gets made. I mean, how do you actually go about making something like this? He said, change it to camera 4 and zooming in ever so slightly. Up a bit, down a bit, stop a bit, back a bit, there you go.
That's a bit of perspex. Basically, all you need is some super glue, a drill, and a blowtorch. And you heat the ends until they just literally flap over. You drill your holes in to match what machines you're putting into it. And then basically wrap the perspex in whatever you want. And this one's like a shiny black wrap. Stands on your windowsill, goes well with the black tiles in the kitchen. Hence why I wrapped it in black with foam there, just so it doesn't scratch the bottom of the machines, and the in pretty sturdy.
So is the foam bottomed off?
Yes, the machines can't go through to the bottom. There's a brace underneath that stops it. But it means you can drill the hole a little bit bigger and then put the hole in the foam a little bit smaller and the machines grip in. You know what I mean? Without them scratching up against the perspex.
FMLRL.
Nice. How much? Yes. I have the feeling that you could be getting some orders for these.
Yeah.
Right. I would say how many we'll get, what price we charge.
Look, chat is going crackers. How much I want one. Love the shoulder. He just said shoulder. Where did shoulder come from?
No idea.
I've got no idea either. I blame Sav for this.
Yeah.
She's given us the smit that's fallen over my tongue.
And have you've seen what he's done? Do you remember my old lava tube?
Yes.
Yes. Remember my old lava tube, chat? Well, the one that committed suicide, look at it now. Look at what Graham has done to it now.
Look at that. We're going to zoom in on it again.
Yeah.
Well, let's zoom in on it again. And this is the cameraman's going to get sick and tired of this. He is. There we go.
That is my old chrome lava tube that committed suicide. And Graham has brought it back to life.
It's now pearlescent purple.
That is fabulous. That is really, really good. Yeah. Over the moon with that.
You're not getting it back.
I want it back.
No, you're not getting it back. I'll sell you at 50
He's got more bucks than me. He's only been there.
I was going to say, how long have you been using these things?
Be 4 weeks now.
4 weeks? Look what he's got.
But have you seen the new one?
What you been getting?
The eVic.
Oh, another one.
Yes.
Fell victim to the eVic, eh?
Yes. It's the screen. You just can't beat that computer screen on it when I can get it to work. I don't know how to work it yet. Hence why it's got no fluid in.
All right. What don't you know?
Well, I don't know how to put my name on.
Ah, well, Daz told you about that, didn't he?
Aye, and made it out that I could put it on via the machine.
No, you've got to go via a computer.
But that's me, not I'm a builder, I don't know how to work a computer.
Why, of course you do. Well, you must do your builds on a computer, surely.
My partner does that.
Well, get your partner to program the eVic then.
But no, I definitely want my name on, and I love it.
I've got to be honest with you, and I'm sure everybody in chat that's got an eVic will tell you exactly the same thing. Actually, the software is very, very easy to use.
Right.
It honestly, it takes no time to install. It's dead easy to use. You plug it in, it says that the eVic's there, and then all of the bits and bobs that you can fill in, it's dead easy. It really is very easy. Chat will come up and say that. Yes, where we are. Do I know if there's going to be what? Do you know if they are going to up the volts and watts in a firmware update? I don't, but I do know that version 1.3 is currently in beta, and I'm not quite sure what's involved with it. And that went into beta sometime this week. And I may know a beta tester. In fact, all three of us might know a beta tester, and that beta tester is saying that what he's saying is very good.
Yes.
So we wait. 1.2 is out of beta now and is available for both Mac and PC. So yeah, you shouldn't have any problem with it. And once that's done, then the collar is the thing. colliery switch.
Yes.
It not massively explicit, but it is quite easy to switch between the different modes using it.
Yeah.
And obviously, most of the time I use it for turning the watts up and down.
I must admit, I've set the time and date and that with it tonight, and that was pretty easy once you got the hang of it. But a couple of days of playing with it, I'll want something bigger and better, if there is.
Well, I mean, there's an awful lot of people using eVics, and an awful lot of people are very happy with them.
I was going to say I've never heard a bad report about them.
Well,
so
if you'd had the first one, you would have done.
Oh, right.
Because the first one was shocking. But the great bit about it is that you can update the firmware and do pretty much anything you like with it.
So how many is there? What version's this? Is it?
You're on version 1.2 at the minute, and that it's the best of the ones that's been out so far. It started at 1, it went to 1.1. 1.1 was an awful lot better than 1.
Right.
1 was a dog. 1.1's an awful lot better. 1.2 I think is pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing 1.3. Madre, there you go. It will now allow, thank you for this, Ray, RWV, formerly MVW, now allows profiles that can be exported and imported, so you can share your favourite Kanga T3 profile with others. Up to 3 profiles are possible. And there's a stealth mode. Now you can tell the eVic to stay dark while you are vaping.
Oh.
Right, so there you go. You can knock the screen. I like the screen coming on myself.
I was going to
but
say I like
you
that.
can tell it to knock the screen off. Thank you for that, Ray. That's Mad Ray in chat, who obviously shut off to the Joytech site and came back with the information. Thank you. I love that. Do you know, I've said this before, we've got the best chat on the planet, haven't we?
We have. Our chat is unbeatable.
If I get stuck, be straight off and
Yeah.
sort things out. Thanks for that, Ray. I really appreciate that. It's brilliant. Best
Yeah,
chat
it
on
is.
the planet. They are. Brilliant.
Well done, Ray.
And Leanna Lawless is saying lots of people are selling control heads. And yes, I've got to say, the stock body isn't my favourite.
Well, I've got to say, it first last week if you had said that, but now that I've appeared to have dropped it and I've got a dent in it, I think I'm going to have to buy another.
Oh, pass it over. It's got a dent in it. Because you don't mind if we scratch it now, do you?
I wouldn't be surprised if
Actually,
it
don't have to.
scratched it
There's
last
no
week.
way that's steel.
Nah, it looks like
No.
Ali the way
It's definitely Ali.
Yeah.
It's definitely Ali. It's too light to be steel. And,
Yeah.
and stainless wouldn't have dented like that.
And that didn't fall on a tiled floor. That I know where it did fall. It fell on a laminated floor.
Did it?
it's definitely.
Yeah,
So
but
it wasn't on a
it's
tile.
pointless you getting anything that's not going to survive a fall. Cause,
I just need to have a mattress everywhere I go. I've come to the conclusion.
well, I've heard that said about you before.
Go right into that one.
I was
didn't
going to say, you always walk into the mic down, don't you?
I mean, before the show, he was talking about having a boner on the floor, or bone on the floor,
bone on the
and
floor,
going ice
yes.
skating with a bone on the floor.
Yes.
I mean, I just, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I do like the stainless steel bodies. Now, I've got to be honest, I want to get a few more control heads and what have you. The thing about it is, of course, I'm going to be building this collection up and up and up. And I'm probably going to need to get myself one of those stands.
Yeah.
I've got an idea.
What?
In the break,
Aye.
if I give you that knife,
All right.
it's quite sharp, watch what you're doing. And because I'm a builder and I work with wood, I'll give you that bit of wood. In the advert, you could maybe make one.
Oh, I'll have a go at it.
Just carve away and you never know, it did not take that long. Exactly, yeah.
In the break.
In the break.
In the break.
In the break.
I've got some safety glasses somewhere, I just don't know how to put
Well, I
them.
don't
I'll
need
get the vacuum.
these ones are Lexan.
I
All
better
right,
get the
well, you're
vacuum
laughing.
cleaner
Yeah,
'cause
I've
it'll be
got
a
them.
lot
But I'm
of
sitting quite close, so because you've got to go fast. So I'll need to put safety glasses on.
All right, fair enough. Swifty McTavish is asking, have I seen that Joytech are bringing out their own eVic atomizer? So yes, I saw it on the site the other day.
Oh.
It's an Ego C.
If it's got eVic on it, I must know.
It's a fat Ego C.
Is it?
Yes. So it's the same little atomizer that's in an Ego C that's going to go into this big fat tube.
But you see, like the eVic, if it's version 1, and then it gets to 1.2, what will 1.2 be like?
I don't think you can update the firmware on an atomizer, to be honest.
Well, no, but even so, just like, with on about the versions and everything, it'll be interesting to see what eVic atomizer version 1.2.
You did say version and not virgins.
No, version.
Yes.
What was that, say that again?
Version.
It
Version.
does sound like virgin.
Oh, don't you say
Definitely sounds like virgin.
version. Version. Oh,
Version.
Oh, they're advising it. They're advising me to oil the crack when I've done. I don't know when I've done the wood.
Oh,
and
well.
they've mentioned the Bobo. You've lost your Bobo, haven't you?
Yes.
Daz,
I am sorry, chat.
he's lost his Bobo.
I went to get Bobo this evening. Bobo was on the breakfast bar the last time I saw Bobo, and Bobo is not there. Bobo has disappeared. I'm worried about Bobo.
You didn't sit on it, did you?
No.
You sure?
Try a decent push, see if it comes back.
You may well bury your head down.
Yes,
I mean, everybody's seen it there as well. Jeff Benion's
Everybody's so concerned, you see. We have the best chance.
Bobo has made a break for freedom. Please keep your eyes out.
Bobo has been Bobo napped.
He's been Bobo napped.
Yeah.
We're putting all points bulletin out. We'll get CSI on it.
Yes.
We'll come and take a swab of your cavity.
Feeling that you put some posters around some lampposts and stuff like that.
Have you seen this Bobo?
Right, where's Bobo?
Yes, so Bobo, I have no idea where Bobo is. I just don't understand it.
Well, it's
I've got a feeling, however, that Bobo might be upset.
You think?
Yeah, because I think Bobo thinks I favour the eVic too much.
And do you?
Yeah. Seeing as Bobo's not here, it might not, but hopefully Bobo will be watching.
Do you want? Shall we set up a press conference?
Yes, I think we should. I think we should. Yes.
Oh dear. So Daz will be sat in the middle with tears coming down his face, big burly policemen on either side.
Chelsea B's just said, who visited Daz today? Well, Graham visited us for a start.
Do you want to risk it?
There's no way I would have been able to walk out with that thing. It's too big. You know what I mean? How was I going to hide that?
Well, no. Apparently, if you go down to Daz's house, they've got a new game. That's called Hide the Bobo. So you didn't hide it too well, did you?
No, I didn't.
Alan hasn't got it, has he?
No.
Okay.
But I think if we stay tuned, I think there'll be Method of the Madness at some point.
Doug Phillips has a clue. A clue? A clue. Doug Phillips has a clue. He says it's most probably humping the 2 Ego batteries he's just lost.
Right, okay.
There's been a mass exodus of battery-style bits of battery. They've all gone across to the EU.
I think it's going to be a Bobo boom.
A Bobo boom?
Mm-hmm. Rather than a baby boom. It sounds like it's going to be a Bobo boom.
What's it going to mate with, right?
2 Ego batteries.
2 Ego batteries.
It sounds like the Bobo's going to have a threesome.
Well, what are you going to come out with and what you're going to call?
I judge.
The Beagle.
Yeah. I'm going to try and slap some sense into these two. We'll take the adverts and I'm going to get me bit of wood and start whittling. I'm going to have a whittle at me wood and see what I can come up with. We'll be back in a couple of... We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go.
Save the Six, sponsors of the Haze Hour. That's Safer 6, sponsors of the Haze Hour.
Go ahead. At this point in time, it all went to hell in a handcart. We lost a lot. It just went to bits, didn't it, lads?
I did.
Just like we don't know what happened. We really don't. It took us about 15 minutes to get the stream back, and unfortunately, when we got the stream back, it didn't record the second bit of what we did. So what we've done is we've rescued the video of the Xtar VP1 charger, which is a lovely piece of kit, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful.
When we discussed it after, we all decided it was brilliant.
Yes.
And you said you were getting one.
Definitely.
And you said you were getting one.
Yeah.
And I've already got one. Thanks, Daz. So what we'll do is we'll push you across to the videos. I will say this, and I think I need to say this. There were 140. Was it 144?
Yeah.
There was a lot of people in chat, and they stuck with us while we fiddled and faddled and farted and clarted for 15 to 20 minutes to get it all sorted out. And I just want to say a massive big thank you to everybody that hung round while we got the stream back up and functioning. I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. We've got the best chat on the planet.
Yeah.
Have we not?
Definitely.
Yeah.
We have.
Absolutely.
So big thumbs up and kudos to you lot. And yeah, so what's coming up now is the VP1. Enjoy. Alfie's been, and what he's brought is this, the Xtar VP1 charger. Now, I haven't even had it out of the box yet, so let's have a look and see what's actually involved. First thing I've got to say, rather like basic, let's push the box out of the way and get out the constituent parts and see what we have to hand. Well, first up, this is the charger itself, which takes a 12 volt 1 amp supply, and this is the power adapter for it, which is pretty much what you would expect to see. So let's plug it in and see what happens. Oh, I should also mention that you get a car adapter, and that will very likely be going into my vehicle shortly. So let's see where we're at, undo the bits of gubbins, and this literally is a first look. This is it coming out of the box. So we'll plug it in while we get the instructions. For the instruction manual is always a good idea. Right, plugging in, and there you go. You will be able to see that some power came up. We have channel 1, channel 2, and this is the VP1. So, instructions, and here is, I'll just move that down to there. Here is the manual, which comes out of the box, and it's one of the foldy-outy types. And I'm going to need my glasses. But what it says, the VP1 charger is a professional lithium-ion battery charger which has 3 optional charging currents. It can also display battery voltage when battery's voltage greater than 1.5 and corresponding power. You can charge 2 rechargeable 10440, 16340, 14500, 14650, 17670, 18500, 18650, 18700, 3.6, 3.7 volt lithium ion batteries, and then we've got all of the display gubbins here. So let's have a look and see how that'll work. And we'll do that by sliding in a battery which I have no idea how much charge it's got in, 18650 as ever, and that takes a good chunk, and you will see, if you can catch it, that it's charging. And I'm afraid I'm going to have a look and see what it says.
it tells me it's at 4.2 volts. I'll try and zoom that in a bit and see whether it shows. It may or may not, because this has come straight out of the box. I would imagine it's got a plastic coating on it. So it will have on here somewhere. Come off, there it is. And it might make it a little bit easier to see if I take the coating off. There's the coating gone. Right, 4.2 volts, and it's charging. The Xtar VP1, powering it up, and you'll see that it powers up at 1/4 amp. Move to 1/2 amp or an amp, all by the one button. Let's put a battery in. This one's had a charge earlier in the day, and you'll see that it sits at 4.19 volts. That's as good as fully charged. 4.19 volts. Let's try another one. This was charged earlier in the day, and it'll hold 4.2 volts. And because there's no flashing on that final bar in the display, we know this one's fully charged. So one battery's only holding 4.19, that one's holding 4.2. Now let's take a battery that we know has been partially discharged. And the display shows that 4.02 volts is what it has, and it'll start building it up and charging it. So you see the battery meter moving from left to right, indicating how far it's got to go, and as the voltage increases in the battery, so the display increases to tell you that. And let's put another one in. Side by side, one at 4.13 volts, the other at 4.18 volts, both on the final 10% of charging. The Xtar VP1 from saferseeks.co.uk.
Safer Six, sponsors of the Haze Hour.